Let's read about the Sangam age today. First comes the Pandyas. Their capital was Madurai. Royal emblem was carp or fish. First mentioned by Megasthenes, who says that their kingdom was famous for pearls and was ruled by women. The Pandya kings profited from trade with the Roman Empire and sent embassies to the Roman Emperor Augustus in 26 BC. Their lifeline was Vengi River. Then comes the Cholas. The kingdom was called Cholamandalam or Koromandalam. The chief center was Urayur, mentioned in Periplus of the Erythraean Sea, a place famous for cotton trade. Capital was Keveripattanam or Puhar. Royal emblem was tiger. A Chola king named Elara conquered Sri Lanka and ruled it over 50 years. Karikala was their famous king. Main source of wealth was trade in cotton cloth. They also maintained an efficient navy. The Cheras. Their capital was Vanji, also called Kerala country. Royal emblem was bow. They owed their importance to trade with the Romans. The Romans set up 2 regiments there to protect their interests. Fought against the Cholas about 150 AD. Greatest king was Senguttu I, the Red Chera. Other aspects of the three kingdoms. All the gathered information is based on Sangam literature. Sangam was a college or assembly of Tamil poets held probably under royal patronage, especially Pandyas. Sangam age corresponds to the post-Maurya and the pre-Gupta period. 3 Sangamas were held. The first Sangam was held at Madurai, but its work has not survived. Its chairman was Agastya. The second Sangam was held at Kapatapuram. Its chairman was Tolkappiyar, author of Tolkappiyam. The third Sangam was held at Madurai. Its chairman was Nakirar. It was the third Sangam which covers the entire corpus of Sangam literature. Silapadikaram by Ilagno Adigal, Story of a Married Couple, and Manni Mekkalai by Satnar are the famous epics of this type. Other books are Tolakipam, only released of the second Sangam by Tolakappiyar, Jivika Chintamani by Tirutakadevar, and Thirukural or Kural, called the Universal Veda or the Bible of the Tamil land by Thiruvalluvar. The chief local god was Murugan, who was later called Subramanya. Warriors, agricultural laborers who used to work in animal skin. Civil and military offices held by Velalas or rich peasants. Monarchical form of the government with hereditary rulers. The king's assembly was called Manaram. It also acted as the highest court of the land. There used to be 5 councils to assist the king. The land revenue was 1/6 of the produce. The ruling class was called Arasar. Untouchability and slavery were prevalent. Captains of the army were given the title Enadi in formal functions. The most recurring causes of warfare in Sangam age were cattle lifting and refusal to give princesses in marriage. The fundamental cause of conflict in Sangam age was the desire to control the fertile delta of Kaveri river. External trade. External trade was carried on between South India and Hellenistic kingdom of Egypt and Arabia, as well as the Malay archipelago. Periplus of the Erythraean Sea in 75 AD gives the most valuable information about the trade between India and the Roman Empire. A landmark in the development of communication was the discovery of the monsoon winds by the Greek sailor Hippalus in around 46 to 47 AD. This led to increase in volume of trade. Large vessels made up of single logs called Sangara and very large vessels called Colondia made voyages. The Periplus of the Erythraean Sea, written by an anonymous Greek navigator, gives detail of Indian exports to the Roman Empire. The main exports were paper, pearl, ivory, silk, spikenard, a perfume, malabathrum, that is cinnamon-like aromatic plant leaves, diamonds, saffron, precious stones, and tortoise shell. It also mentions Argaru or Udayar as the place to which were sent all the pearls gathered on the coast and from which were exported muslins called agraritic silk, which was supplied by Indian merchants to the Roman Empire, was considered so important that the Roman Emperor Aurelian declared it to be worth its weight in gold. The Roman need for spices could not be met entirely by local supply. This brought Indian traders into contact with Southeast Asia. In return for her exports, India imported from the Roman Empire such commodities as topaz, tin, cloth, linen, antimony, crude glass, copper, tin, lead, wine, orpiment, and wheat. The Romans also exported to India wine, amphorae, and red glazed Aretine ware, which has been founded at Arikemedu near Pondicherry. They also sent to India a large number of gold and silver coins. There is a note. Agastya Rishi is a revered Vedic sage who, along with his wife Lopamudra, are the celebrated authors of many hymns of Rigveda and other Vedic literature. Agastya is considered by many to be the father of the Tamil language, to whom is attributed the origin of the Tamil grammar text Agasthyam. He is one of the Indian sages found in ancient sculpture and reliefs in Hindu temples of Southeast Asia. Thank you.